Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for November 26, 2014. And the big story today is this big storm system here that's moving from the Carolina region that's going to affect our area, and it's going to bring the first major snowstorm of the season for many in the interior, especially areas northwest of I-95, although we do think we're going to get some accumulations right along I-95 as well. I know some outlets have said no, it's going to be all rain, and I think they're just going strictly off the models here and not using some atmospheric physics principles into their equation here. And I think that's where we're going to have some bust potential for those that are saying it's just going to be rain right around, from Philly all the way down to DC. I don't think so. Wouldn't be surprised if that was right, but I really think that we're going to have the idea of dynamic cooling that's going to take place is going to allow these temperatures to crash. We're going to go a little bit further here. This is actually looking at early in the morning on Wednesday. You can see the snow already starting up here in the central areas here. Does start as rain in the southern areas down here across southern New Jersey, Delaware. It's much of southeastern PA starts as rain or rain-snow mix, I should say, for those areas in southeastern PA for the most part. Except right around Philadelphia. Probably start off as rain here, and then we're going to go over to snow. Here's the next frame here, and this is looking at early afternoon. Much of the area on the northwestern side here, this is all snow here, but you see where the line is cut off here. Here's where I-90, here's Baltimore, Washington. Let me draw this for you. Here's Baltimore, the DC area is right here. Here is Philly. You can see these are all right in the line here, and here's New York also, right in the line. And that's where the models are trying to put this rain-snow line at, right here. I really don't think if this precipitation has come down heavy enough, and you got the cold air coming in from the north here being sucked in this system here, I really don't think that we're going to stay all rain. It's going to be a very close call for that area, so that's something we're going to have to stay tuned with on the Facebook page. We'll update that. Either way, we'll end as snow as it starts to pull away, and that will be in the evening. And we're going to go over the NAM high-res future simulated radar and take a look at this. Now, this is looking at 10 a.m., and this model is also showing a lot of warmth there. See all this bright banding right in here? This is where your gradient is. And this is where your battle zone is going to be. This is right along I-95. From here's DC, here's Baltimore, here's Philadelphia. Now the models, and here's New York. The models are showing on here that these areas are all in rain, but I beg to differ. I think that there's not just going to be this heavy blues up here. This is the heavy snow up in these areas here, and ignore this green here. This is snow here also. But it's having a problem with the surface temperatures, because the model is saying verbatim that the 32-degree line is sitting right up here like this, and I'm telling you it's not going to be up there. A couple reasons. One, looking at surface observations right now at this hour when I'm doing the video here, it's actually just before midnight here, we have temperatures that are already pretty close to freezing up in some areas here, from the Lehigh Valley up to northwestern New Jersey. So temperatures were, skies were clear enough that he had some radiational cooling going on, and temperatures have dropped pretty rapidly. So already temperatures are or lower than what the models have indicated. Second, when the precipitation is coming down here and it's falling as snow, it's going to cool the column as it comes down. So when it cools the column, the temperatures drop around it. That's called evaporational cooling and dynamic cooling. The snowflakes melt when they come down through the air or hit the ground and melt. It actually creates a cool pocket of air around that snowflake or the melting snowflake, so that helps to cool the air around it. That's evaporational cooling. And I think both of those processes are going to be happening. When you have the precipitation coming on very heavy, the temperatures crash in. So these areas here that are showing on the model here verbatim that are going to be rain might not be at 10 a.m. We'll have to take a look at that tomorrow morning and see how that looks. And then we go a little bit further here, and you see the model's really not impressed all day. Here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Still rain snow line northwest I-95. I really think it's going to be further down south than that, but he's still everywhere else. I mean, it's a no-brainer up in these areas. We're going to get blitzed, and that's anywhere that we have in our higher amount areas. But then the models are really not liking that change over here at all in Philadelphia, here on the NAM. And then we get into late evening here, is probably from a 6 to 9 window from southwest to northeast. This is going to pull out of here, and then we're just remain mostly cloudy overnight. So it's definitely something we're going to be following today. See where that rain and snow line sets up. One other thing to note, we're going to have that gradient set up. Your heaviest snow is going to occur just to the northwest of where that gradient is. So if you do have a changeover to snow, it's going to be coming down very heavy right along that where you have that best forcing. and lift, and that's going to be right near where the gradient sets up, and the gradient is the dividing line between the rain and the snow. So we go a little bit further here, this system kicks out of here, and then we should have return to partly cloudy, and then skies at least in the afternoon. Maybe clouds will start early Thursday on Thanksgiving, giving way to sun on Thanksgiving in the afternoon, and then mostly sunny conditions we're expecting on Friday with high pressure nosing in from the south here. So we should be chilly here yet through the end of the week until we get to the weekend, and then the winds are going to shift direction, and we're going to have more of a southwesterly flow as we get into Saturday, Sunday, and temperatures are going to rise. We did leave an opportunity for an isolated shower here in the forecast for Sunday. That's here shown here on the GFS. That's with a cold front that's going to be coming through here. And the timing of that's still undecided here. Might not be much moisture to work with it. We left an isolated shower in the forecast just in case. It would be just an isolated shower. And that would be probably later in the day on Sunday. So other than this is a rain shower, no chance of snow. We're going to be warming up this weekend, probably going to be up close to 50 degrees or maybe in the low 50s by the time we get into Sunday. And then this cold front's going to come through and it's going to knock temperatures back down to slightly below normal as we head into early next week. But the general idea here is we're going to be on the warmer side of things here for at least a week or two, or probably about closer to 2 weeks or so before all the pattern reloads, and then we just really kick into winter probably around December 10th to 15th time frame. So I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for November 26, 2014. Have a great Wednesday.